Hello and welcome to Reportage. I am Danish bin Nabi. In today's segment of Reportage, I am joined by President of Jammu and Kashmir Apni Party, Mr. Altaf Bukhari. I shall be asking him about the recently held DDC elections and of course the abrogation of Article 370. Mr. Bukhari, welcome to Reportage.
Welcome.
Mr. Bukhari, let me begin by asking you, how do you see the situation post August 5th, 2019 in Jammu and Kashmir?
Look, August 5, 2019 was a black day for all of us in Jammu and Kashmir. This is a day when we lost our identity, our statehood. We lost our special status, 370 article and 35A. Though people did not react violently to this day, but the hurt has not gone. I don't think the pain of losing our identity will go anytime. We have to live with it. Life has to go on.
It's a black day.
It is a black day.
And hurt of the people has not gone away.
It has not gone away. How can it go away? How can it is just like a house. A house is burned down, but then we start living new, afresh. We try to build a new house or make a tin shed or something because life has to go on.
And if we go by the agenda of Apni Party, you talk about the restoration of statehood, protection of domicile rights on jobs and land.
That's right. That's the core agenda. That's the core agenda.
But not on the restoration of...
Because Apni Party cannot do it. No political party can do it.
Mr. Bukhari, you are saying something very important.
Yes, I am saying this is...
Apni Party and Mr. Altaf Bukhari cannot restore the...
No, I cannot. No, I cannot. I don't speak. I speak truth. And the truth is only Supreme Court of India or the Parliament can restore Article 370 and 35A. In Parliament, Jammu and Kashmir will always have not more than 5 members. And we have seen we had them there. They could not save it.
No mainstream party of Jammu and Kashmir can restore Article 370.
No, absolutely no. I say it. When I say no, no. And there is no possibility of a consensus in the Indian Parliament because BJP has had this removal on its agenda for the last 60 years.
And yet, you being the part of PDP went ahead and have had an alliance with...
It's not, I was a member. I was not the leader there.
You are not, but you are the member of the same party. And you knew that they had an agenda from past 70 years for the abrogation of this article and still you went ahead.
It is not that members do. I was the only one who objected to that alliance. And
Mr. Altaf Bukhari objected to the alliance of PDP and BJP.
Yes, and Mufti Sahab is on record of having said that Mr. Altaf Bukhari was against this alliance.
No mainstream party
can restore 370 and 35A. Only the Supreme Court of India can do it. Or if there is a consensus, the Indian politics is such today that BJP and Congress can never have consensus. And Congress also supported abrogation. Did Congress not support abrogation in the Parliament? It did not vote against that. It supported.
So every party, be it National Conference, PDP, Congress, State Congress,
BJP or BJP, everybody is responsible for it.
Everyone is responsible for it. And Apni Party does not have that power that they can restore the article.
No party has in these recently held DDC elections, my dear friend, these parties, what you call PAGD, went ahead to people. They told them that we will restore, give us vote, we will restore 370.
Entire PAGD was a facade for the Kashmiris, right?
No, first hear me. Don't put your words into my mouth. I say they went to people with this slogan that give us votes, we will restore 370 and 35A. Now it is 3 months over. 4th month has come. Where is 370? What have they done? They are not talking about it. PAGD is already in shambles. One of the parties left it. Now today that the same party is saying the same language what I said on March 8, 2020. Ghulam Nabi Azad, the tallest leader of Congress, said the same thing.
Mr. Bukhari, you have been quite oftenly meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah.
Yeah.
What sense do you get? Do you think they would restore the statehood for Jammu and Kashmir?
Look, I'm a very pragmatic man. I'm a pragmatic man. There is a solemn assertion or I would say commitment. I would say a commitment given on the floor of the House, Parliament to the people of Jammu and Kashmir that we'll restore your statehood back. But then your question would be, why is then, if they are restoring, why is it your core agenda? In 1947 also, the Prime Minister of India at that time said, you will have a right to self-determination.
Which until till this date has not been fulfilled.
Which nobody in Jammu and Kashmir followed. No, it is not.
No mainstream political party followed.
If you need something, you have to follow it.
National Conference did not follow it.
No one. And I say,
did not follow
if we do not follow up, if we do not fight for restoration, nobody will give us. The commitment may be there.
In other words, you are saying they have lied on the floor of the parliament. They are going to restore.
I don't say they are lied. I don't say they are lied.
But you are saying that we have to follow it up.
You have to follow it up. माँ बच्चे को दूध नहीं देती है जब
It has been almost 2 years now, and Apni Party has been came into existence
1 year. Yes. 13.
Even you were 13 months. You were not able to follow it up. You are not.
My dear friend, I don't think you are correct on facts. I have not taken one single vote from people, but I fulfilled my commitment of jobs. On the March 31st, 2020, Government of India issued a notification of jobs wherein only class 4 jobs were reserved for. Let me complete my answer. They said class 4th. Within 24 hours, I got it changed. All jobs in Jammu and Kashmir are reserved for the domiciles of Jammu and Kashmir.
Was it because of Mr. Altaf Bukhari and Apni Party, or was it because of the people in Jammu were agitated because of the jobs?
Nobody agitated within 24 hours. It was only Altaf Bukhari.
It was only Altaf Bukhari and not because of the people of Jammu.
No.
Absolutely not.
It is basically credit goes to people of Jammu and Kashmir. Not that.
I'm particularly talking of people of Jammu, not people of Kashmir.
No one even in Jammu objected to that. Because within 20.
It was only because of Mr. Altaf Bukhari and Apni Party.
Yes, we objected as a party. And I take this credit. Then nobody in this state on 5th of August 2019, you lost your right on exclusivity of ownership of land. We followed it up. It is not 100%.
And PhD did not follow it up.
No one followed it.
State Congress did not follow it up.
Nobody followed it up. We followed it up. We have a law whereby 88% of our land, agricultural land, is now only domiciles can buy and sell. No, hear me out. Have patience. You have come for an interview. Hear me out. If you don't want to hear, we can.
Please go ahead.
We followed it up. 88% is agricultural land that is saved for the citizen domiciles of Jammu and Kashmir. 7% is government land. So 95% is saved. 5% industrial land will be available for everybody to buy. We objected. I still object. I will keep on objecting till it. But do you know, in 75 when Sheikh Saab came, he started the process of leasing for 99 years to industries. Now the only change they have made is, instead of leasing, they are saying they can buy. I have an objection to it. I said, no, let a committee be there. They want to buy it, but they should not be eligible to domicile. This buying of land should not make them. But 95% land we have saved. So 2 of the commitments I have almost fulfilled. Okay, tenure, I'm not happy 15 years. It should be 25 years, but that is a state subject. Anytime, whenever we'll have a state government, it will restore it. And I commit on. I stand committed within first 15 days that tenure will be changed.
From 15 years to 25 years.
Minimum 25 years.
Yes. You are putting this on record that if Mr. Altaf Bukhari comes to power in Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly, Apni Party and Mr. Altaf Bukhari comes to power in Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly, your first 15 days, you will change it from from
15 years to 25 years minimum.
It's a commitment from Mr. Altaf Bukhari to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
That's right. That's right. And now, as far as statehood, I met the Prime Minister, I met the Home Minister, I keep on meeting them. It will be. I will follow it. Apni party will follow it. We are committed. We speak truth. We don't speak emotional politics. We don't show stars and the moon. We did not.
Whom
We did
you are
not. We did
referring
not.
to? Who has shown Kashmiri stars and moons?
Everybody for 72 years.
Name few
Every
people.
political party. Every political party. Even PhD showed moons and stars. Could they restore? They did not. It is an emotional politics. It's an emotional.
And Apni party is not doing emotional politics.
We speak the same language in Jammu, Rajouri, Poonch, Doda, Kupwara, Srinagar, Anantnag.
People belonging to PAGD do not speak the same language in all these regions.
In Jammu, they have a different Jammu declaration. And they are speaking a different. They are speaking here different. And by the way, why is PAGD not talking about 370 and 35A after the DDC elections? Why has it split?
But even Apni party is not speaking about it.
Why should we? We know it. It is only the Supreme Court. We know it.
You have Apni party has already given it up.
No, we know it is no. It's not giving up. We know it. It is only the.
You are waiting for the Supreme Court to give any.
It is only. It is not waiting. The case is in the court. The case is in the court, and the Supreme Court is the highest.
Apni party is not filing any petition.
We have not. We were not existent at that time.
In last 13 months, you have not filed any petition for the restoration of Article 370.
Friend, then you again are not correct on facts. The window was closed much before 8 March. So we came into existence after 8 March. But there are some colleagues who are with us who in their individual capacities have filed that, like Jagmohan ji and other Jagmohan Singh ji.
But that's in the individual capacity.
Those are
But they
individual
belong to your party.
They are
your
now in our party. They
sympathizers.
are part of the
Apni
They
party.
are part of the Apni party. So what I mean to say is, PAGD uses this only as a stunt. The main thing is, these political parties were talking, we have nothing to do with elections. And when Panchayat DDC elections were announced, they did not take 24 hours. We welcome their participation.
You said something, Mr. Bukhari, you said something very important. You just said that you met Prime Minister Narendra Modi. You talked about the restoration of statehood, not restoration of 370.
No, we did not talk about the
Restoration of 370, but about the restoration of statehood.
Yes.
What was his response?
He reiterated his commitment that we will restore it. He reiterated his commitment. He said no sooner the situation improves, then we will. Yeah, the Home Minister, they stand committed. It is not that I met them in some thing in private. I met in public. Televisions carried it. My memorandums.
They did not give you any time frame when they are going to restore.
No time frame has been given. No time frame has been given. That is why I say you have to follow it.
And you believe Prime Minister
I will follow it.
Minister.
I believe in myself. I believe in my politics, that we do a politics of truth and transparency, and we will follow it up till we get.
Mr. Altaf Bukhari is very positive that they would restore.
We will follow it up. We will follow it up.
Following it up is one thing. You are positive that they are going to restore it.
The world exists on hope.
Let me put it in this way. Mr. Altaf Bukhari is hopeful that they are going to restore it sooner or later.
If we follow it. If we don't follow it, it will not.
Let me take this forward. How do you see politicians, Kashmiris, Jammu and Kashmir based politicians, leaving one party one day, joining the other?
That is part of the politics.
That's a part of politics.
Everywhere. It's not in Jammu and Kashmir only. Don't you see in professional life, one manager leaves one company and joins another company?
That's an employment. Employment is completely different from a politician's. So you, in other words, you are saying politicians are also employees.
No, it is not. It's not a question of that. It is a question that when politicians leave one party and join the other party, there are different reasons for them. Like when I made a new party, I was thrown out of a party. I did not leave any party. Let me put it on record. I was thrown out of a party.
And who did?
PDP, Mahbooba Muji expelled me. She was the party
She
president.
expelled you from the
Yes,
People's
on-
Democratic Party. You did
in-
not leave the
I
PDP.
did not. I was expelled. So were 15 of my colleagues who formed. When we went and met the LG only for what? Restoration of statehood and release of these leaders, they were thrown out. So it is something.
But you met LG at a point when your own chief, your own.
No, I was not. I was at that time also thrown out. I was thrown out in January 2019. I told you have done your homework slightly.
No. I'm completely. I know my homework, sir. I know my homework, sir. I'm only getting the facts right.
In January 2019, on the 19th of January 2019, I was expelled from that party.
Mr. Bukhari, let me needle you a bit. Your critics say that you are Delhi's man in Kashmir. How would you respond to it?
I normally don't respond to people who are used to only talking. But let me tell them one thing. Altaf Bukhari is Kashmir's man in Delhi.
Not Delhi's man in Kashmir.
don't need to be.
What is the difference between the two?
I don't need to be. If these leaders were Kashmir's man in Delhi, it would have been a different story.
And still, if you are saying that you are not their man here, but ours man there, this is what you said, right?
I said I'm Kashmir's man. I'm a Kashmiri.
You are a Kashmir's man in New Delhi.
Yes.
Still, if we see the recently DDC elections, you were accused of horse trading.
Where did I do?
Shopian. Let me be very.
How many?
Say a case. There was a case. Yasmina Jan.
Correct.
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 I hope my homework this
yes,
time
yes,
is right.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
Imam Sahib won of Shopian DDC seat.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
And they
Now-
accused you of horse
Yes.
trading.
Who accused me?
National conference.
Who started? Who started?
But
Who?
it was on.
No,
they
no,
said,
no, no.
They said it was on their story.
No, who started it? Look, they picked up a DDC right from outside my office, took him and made him join a national conference. Look,
National conference took one of your members outside your office.
one of them from outside my office, because in this elections we fought directly as Apni Party, and Apni Party supported independents also, because at many places people wanted to fight as independents. Like you see today, 35 independents are with us. Let me tell you, this man was picked up from here, from outside my office. At 6 o'clock, National Conference puts in the social media that independent has joined us.
They picked him up from outside your office.
Yes, I have the CCTV
footage.
footage. I have the CCTV footage. They put it at 6 p.m. in the social media. Independent has joined us. At 7:30, I put it on the social media. National conference.
Yasmina Jan, it was a tit for tat.
No, it was not a tit for tat.
You picked her up.
It was not for tit for tat. She was already with us because we had 5 members.
In the same manner, National Conference can say this member was already with us.
They can. I say
You are drawing a comparison between the two.
I am drawing only a comparison. Now, you tell me something. When there is no anti-defection, there is no anti-defection in DDCs. So they were not core party members. What happened? No party fielded their core members. Everybody fielded newcomers. And newcomers, some opted to join there, some opted to join here. So if I had 5 members and if 2 members joined us, what is the harm? Why should everybody cry horse when it is people joining Apni Party? And when they are joining them, then it is correct. It is like on the 27th of July 2019, Farooq Saab, Umar Saab and 3 MPs meet the Prime Minister. And they are big leaders. And when Altaf Bukhari meets, he is Delhi's man. He is B team. Why? Who has given them the right to say this? And who has given this media the right to tell me that why did you and why Why does the
Media
media?
has no question to.
No.
Media has no right to question.
Why no? Why don't you use the same scale? Why don't you? Why?
Media use the same
Some scale,
yardsticks
see,
for
yardstick.
national
Government,
conference and for the Apni party.
if they meet the prime minister, then it is nationalism. And then when I meet the prime minister, then it is B party, being Delhi's man. Whom do you call Delhi's man? Meeting prime minister is Delhi's man? Should I meet the prime minister of UK? Should I meet the president of USA? Kashmir's solution lies in Delhi, and only with the prime minister of this country or the home minister of this country. I did not meet the BJP chief. I have not met him till date. I don't know him.
Kashmir's solutions lies with New Delhi,
Only
not
with
with
New
England, not with US. That's why you had gone to meet Prime Minister
Yes,
of India and not Prime Minister of England.
Why, yes, I will every time go. I will find my solutions only with government of India. No other government can give us any solution.
Mr. Bukhari, in one of the interviews you gave on 25th of July 2020 to IANS Newswire, you said that you are not the B team of BJP in that interview. But very recently, few days back, you said you are completely okay if people say that Apni party is B team of BJP. What has changed in last few months?
No,
Then you have used one line which I skipped. You exactly said this. Apni representing people makes it so.
I said if representing
People,
aspirations of your
people make it so.
make it so. Let people call me 100 times B team. I don't mind about it. Please take it in the right sense. I today also say, one, I don't need to explain it out. I don't need to explain it out because in the constitution of this country, there are no B teams. There are no B teams. And whom do you call a B team? Should I call National Conference, who shared power in center with BJP, a B team or A team? Should I call PDP A team, super A team, A plus plus plus, or B, they were in cradle with BJP? Or should I call some other party who said he's my elder brother? Why is your memory so short-lived? When it comes to Apni party, all of you have something to say. But when it comes to other parties, none of you speaks anything.
Let me make it clear. You want yardsticks equal for every party.
Everybody. And why do I need, look, somebody becomes a B team of a stronger team. Is B team, is BJP a strong party in Kashmir? I put you a question. So
Absolutely not.
if not, why should I become their B team here? What benefit can I get from them?
You are saying that you won't get any benefit by becoming the B team of BJP.
What benefit? I am answering your question. You choose to be a B team of somebody if you get benefits out of them electorally.
You are saying they cannot benefit you in any manner.
How can
So
they
you
benefit
need
me
not to be a B team.
I don't need, because they have a national agenda. I have a small agenda for my own Jammu and Kashmir. But my agenda is connecting both the regions. My agenda is not dividing the regions. I don't speak in two different languages. Our problems are common. Now Jammu has the same aspiration that they want statehood, they want restoration of jobs for their children, they want security of their lands. Kashmiris want the same thing. Jammu wants development, Kashmir wants development. I don't speak beyond that. I don't have a mandate to say what happens to internationally, because that right we had given up in 1947. We have given foreign affairs, defense and communications to Government of India.
Mr. Bukhari, let me come back to the first part of my interview. You are assuring us on two fronts, at least by now, that our jobs and our land is safe. And you said it on record that 95% of land of Kashmir and Jammu is safe.
100%. I said it.
And you will be fighting for it.
Yeah, I will be fighting for it.
And if you come to power,
We will change the
you
tenure
will
of
change the
domicile.
entire
Domicile tenure from 15 years to minimum 25 years.
You also call the abrogation of Article 370 the darkest day.
I do. I have always said, up till now also, and I will always say.
This brings me to my last question of this interview. Do you think that New Delhi has achieved anything by abrogating Article 370? Like they said, it will reduce the militant footprints in Valley, and it would be for the development. Do you think they have achieved?
Look, my dear friend, there are two things. What was their agenda? I don't know. But if you ask me development, please show me if there is any development. I have not come across any phenomenal development which has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir after August 5, 2019.
There has been no
मैंने कोई दूध की नदियाँ कहीं नहीं देखे, कहीं सोने के पहाड़ नहीं देखे, न मैंने जम्मू में कोई डेवलपमेंट देखी, न मैंने श्रीनगर में देखी. When I say डेवलपमेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर.
आप ये कहना चाहते हैं कि ये सिर्फ कागज पे?
ये बिल्कुल कागज पे है. ये इनफैक्ट ये जो हमारी कंप्यूटर एज है ना, ये कंप्यूटरों में रंग देखने बड़े पसंद करता है इंसान. क्यों? खुदा के रंग है, लाल पीला हरा नीला जब दिखाया जाता है ना, तो ये खाली अफसर ब्यूरोक्रेसी दिखा रही है, और बाकी on ground there is no development. People are suffering. There is nobody who is hearing the woes of people. Youth are suffering. Their unemployment is at its peak. Our mineral wealth has been given away to outsiders. Cost of construction material which we have as a national asset here is now 3 times more than what it was in 2019. So where is the development?
So actually you are saying abrogation of Article 370 has robbed Kashmiri of everything.
It has robbed us first of our identity, number 2 of our democratic institutions. We have today bureaucracy ruling us. Howsoever good it may be, they are no replacement for a democratic rule. There are no replacement for a democratic rule.
They have robbed us.
They have robbed us, yes. There is a huge gap between
administration and people.
People are suffering. I represent people. I don't represent the government. So I always say it. This is an unresponsive bureaucracy. Do not know about our culture. Do not know about our language. Do not know about our topography.
And people from outside have been thrusted upon us.
Our domiciles today, because you don't call them citizens now, domiciles, where are they? People, administrators of Jammu or Kashmir. We had people. Where are they? Why have they been sidelined? I've been always talking about them. They've been sidelined. And today those people are at the helm of decision taking who don't belong to our state.
And you're talking about?
I have been always. Please pick up my interviews. I have given 192 statements in the first year. 171 we have achieved, and in everywhere we have said that this bureaucracy is no replacement for the democratic setup.
Mr. Bukhari, what's the way forward? How can we tackle all these?
We should have immediate elections.
And even for those immediate elections, we have to go back to New Delhi.
What can you do? You are already...
And they are not ready to hold the elections.
We have to, again, we can only go and follow it up, request. There is nothing in my power.
Then when was the last time you went to Delhi and requested?
I think I met around 2 months back, because since 2 months there...
What was the sense there in PMO's office?
I think my sense is that as soon as delimitation process is completed, within 3 months of that process, it should be.
Mr. Bukhari, let's end this discussion over here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our channel Reportage and press the bell icon to remain updated.